This is the knowledge that cannot be taught, only learned through practice, through countless hours of patient work, through the gradual development of sensitivity, of trust between hand and tool, tool and surface, surface and mind. You set down your pen, lean back slightly, examine your work. The marks on the papyrus are simple, but they carry meaning, beauty, intention. They represent the union of skill and spirit, the transformation of raw materials into something greater than their parts. The black ink has dried to a perfect matte finish, deep and rich, permanent. The red accents glow like tiny flames, warm and alive, breathing with color. You reach for your brush, made from a reed stem with the end frayed into soft fibers. This tool allows for broader strokes, more flowing movements, different textures. You dip it in the blue ink. Watch as the pigment climbs the fibers, turns them into a tiny reservoir of sky color, of deep water, of the precious lapis lazuli that traders bring from distant mountains. The brush touches the papyrus, spreads color like a cloud, like the shadow of a bird, like the reflection of heaven in an earthly pool. The blue flows into the spaces between your black lines, not filling them, but suggesting, hinting, creating depth where there was only surface, dimension where there was only flatness. You work slowly, meditatively, letting each stroke find its natural place, its perfect relationship with every other mark. The design grows organically, like a lotus opening, like the sun rising, like the river flowing toward the sea. The oil lamp burns steadily, your constant companion, its light revealing each subtle gradation of color, each delicate transition from light to shadow, from one hue to another. Time moves differently here, in this small circle of light, in this quiet communion between hand and mind, between intention and expression. Minutes stretch like hours. Hours compress into heartbeats. You add touches of green, the color of new growth, of life emerging from the fertile mud, of hope and renewal. The malachite pigment gleams like precious stone, like the eyes of ancient statues, like the sacred scarab beetles that roll the sun across the sky. Each color carries its own energy, its own meaning, its own connection to the great patterns of existence. Together they create a symphony of meaning, a visual poem, a prayer written in pigment and light. Your breathing remains deep and steady, synchronized with the rhythm of your work, with the gentle flicker of the flame, with the distant murmur of the river. The night air moves through your window, carrying the scents of jasmine and lotus, of river mud and desert sand, of the great world beyond your small chamber. These fragrances mingle with the earthy smell of your pigments, the reedy scent of your pens, the warm aroma of burning oil. You pause again, study your work, feel the deep satisfaction that comes from creating something beautiful, something that did not exist before this moment, something that will endure long after this night has ended. The papyrus before you has been transformed, no longer empty, no longer waiting. Now it carries your vision, your skill, your quiet devotion to the ancient art of making marks that matter. You clean your pens carefully, one by one, rinsing them in the water jar, drying them on a small piece of linen, returning them to their proper places. Each tool deserves this respect, this careful attention, this gratitude for faithful service. The ink palette gleams in the lamplight, its colors richer now.
You lean back, stretch your shoulders, feel the pleasant tiredness that comes from concentrated work, from the marriage of skill and spirit, from the quiet joy of making something beautiful. The oil lamp flickers once, twice, then settles back into its steady glow, as if approving of your work, blessing your efforts, keeping watch over your small kingdom of light and color. Your eyelids grow heavy, your breathing deepens, the gentle rhythm of approaching sleep beginning to carry you away. The papyrus lies finished before you, a testament to this peaceful night, to the ancient traditions that flow through your hands, to the endless human need to create, to mark, to leave traces of beauty in the world. You close your eyes, feeling the warmth of the lamp on your face, the satisfaction of work well done, the deep peace that comes from following your true calling. The night sounds beyond your window grow softer, more distant, like a lullaby sung by the river, by the wind, by the stars themselves. And you surrender to restful, tranquil sleep. Chapter 3. The Moonlit Courtyard. You wake once more, gently, peacefully, to find the oil lamp still burning faithfully beside your mat. The flame dances in welcome, casting its golden light across your small chamber, illuminating the papyrus that bears your evening's work. The colors still rich and vibrant in the lamplight. You rise slowly, your body moving with the fluid grace of someone who has learned to live in harmony with the rhythms of the night, of the river, of the ancient land that holds you. Your feet touch the cool earth floor, feeling the familiar texture, the small grains of sand, the smoothness worn by countless other feet. Other scribes who have walked this path before you. Something calls you beyond the walls of your chamber, a gentle invitation from the night itself, from the moonlight that spills through your window, from the soft sounds of the garden beyond. You move toward the wooden door, its surface worn smooth by years of use, carved with simple patterns that echo the lotus and the reed, the eternal symbols of life along the Nile. The bronze latch lifts easily, quietly, well-oiled and cared for. The door swings open on leather hinges, revealing the moonlit courtyard beyond. You step across the threshold, from the intimate warmth of your chamber into the vast embrace of the night sky. The courtyard spreads before you, a perfect square of peace, enclosed by walls that rise no higher than your shoulders, walls that provide privacy without shutting out the beauty of the world beyond. Above you, the sky opens like a great papyrus scroll, written with silver hieroglyphs of starlight. The moon hangs full and bright, a perfect circle of pearl, casting everything in gentle monochrome. The light falls across the courtyard like scattered silk, soft and luminous, transforming the familiar spaces into something magical, something touched by the divine. In the center of the courtyard, a small pool reflects the moon's light. The water is still, perfect, like a mirror made of liquid silver. Around its edges, lotus flowers float in dreamy clusters, their petals closed for the night, their perfect symmetry hidden but not forgotten. The lotus is the symbol of rebirth, of the sun that dies each evening and rises each morning, of the eternal cycle that governs all life. These flowers will open with the dawn, spreading their petals to catch the first light, drinking the sun's energy, storing it in their roots, in their seeds, in their perfect forms. You walk slowly around the pool, your bare feet silent on the warm stone pavers. Each stone has been carefully chosen, fitted into place by skilled hands, worn smooth by rain and sun and the passage of countless seasons. The stones retain the warmth of the day, releasing it slowly into the cool night air, creating tiny currents that you can feel against your skin. Gentle reminders of the sun's power, of the eternal dance between light and darkness. Along the walls, date palms rise in stately rows. Their fronds whisper in the slight night breeze, creating a sound like gentle rain, like the turning of papyrus pages, like the quiet conversation of old friends. The palms are heavy with fruit, clusters of dates that hang like jewels in the moonlight. Some are ripe, ready for harvest, sweet and full of concentrated sunshine. Others are still green, still growing, still reaching toward their perfect moment. These trees have fed your family for generations, their dates providing sweetness for celebrations, nutrition for daily meals. Their leaves provide shade in the heat of the day, material for baskets and fans. Their trunks provide shelter for small birds, homes for insects, connections between earth and sky, between the palms. Smaller trees cast intricate shadows across the courtyard. Pomegranate trees with their glossy leaves, their branches heavy with fruit that glows like rubies in the moonlight. Each pomegranate contains hundreds of seeds, each seed a promise of new life, new growth, new abundance. The pomegranates are symbols of fertility, of prosperity, of the many blessings that flow from the great river. Their juice is the color of life itself, deep red and rich, used in ceremonies and celebrations. In the quiet moments when sweetness is needed most, a fig tree spreads its broad leaves near the eastern wall, its ancient trunk gnarled and wise, marked with the scars of many seasons, many storms, many moments of growth and change. The figs hang heavy and ripe, their skin tight with sweetness, their flesh soft and yielding, connected to the great river, part of the vast network of water that makes all life possible in this desert land. The water that flows here has traveled from the mountains of Africa, through cataracts and valleys, past temples and cities, carrying the blessings of the gods, the gift of life itself. You cup your hands, drink deeply of the cool water, feel it flow through your body, joining the water that already fills your cells, connecting you to the great circulation, the endless movement of water from sky to earth, from earth to sky, from body to body, from life to life. The water tastes of minerals, of deep earth, of the ancient stones through which it has flowed. It carries the essence of the land, the concentrated wisdom of geological time, the patient accumulation of countless small moments, countless small gifts. You splash a little water on your face, feel the cool shock against your skin, the gentle wake-up call that brings you fully into the present moment, fully into your body, fully into this perfect courtyard. This perfect night, the water drips from your chin, falls back into the pool, creating small ripples that spread outward, carrying the moon's reflection in expanding circles until the entire surface shimmers with a fractured light. You sit on the stone bench beside the fountain. Feel the worn smoothness of the stone, shaped by countless other people who have sat here, who have found peace in this same spot, who have shared this same communion with the night, with the water, with the eternal presence that dwells in quiet places. The bench is positioned perfectly, facing east toward the river, toward the source of all life, toward the direction from which the sun will rise, bringing new day, new possibilities, new moments of grace. From here, you can see the entire courtyard spread before you, the lotus pool reflecting the moon, the date palms swaying gently, the grapevines heavy with fruit, the herb garden releasing its fragrances, the small shrine watching over all. Everything is connected. Everything is part of the great pattern. The eternal design that includes your small life, your quiet work, your peaceful moments, your gentle dreams. The night sounds surround you like a gentle symphony. The fountain's quiet bubbling, the whisper of palm fronds, the distant call of a night heron, the soft splash of a fish jumping in the river, the barely audible hum of insects, the vast silence that underlies all sound. These sounds do not disturb the peace. They deepen it. They create a living silence, a dynamic quiet that breathes with life, that pulses with the heartbeat of the world. You close your eyes. Let the sounds wash over you. Let them carry you deeper into the peace, deeper into the connection with all that is, all that has been, all that will be. Your breathing slows, deepens, matches the rhythm of the fountain, the gentle pulse of the night. You feel your body relaxing, your mind growing quiet, your spirit expanding to embrace the vast peace that surrounds you. The moonlight bathes your face, warm and gentle, like a blessing, like a caress from the divine. You feel held, supported, loved by the great forces that govern the universe, that guide the stars, that bring the floods, that make the plants grow, that fill your life with beauty and meaning. The night air carries the scents of jasmine from the far corner of the courtyard, where the delicate white flowers release their perfume only after dark, offering their gift to the night creatures, to the moths and bats, to the quiet humans who appreciate beauty, who understand the language of flowers. The jasmine scent mingles with the green smell of the herb garden, the sweet fragrance of ripe figs, the earthy aroma of the lotus pool, the clean smell of moving water, creating a complex perfume that is uniquely yours, uniquely this place, uniquely this moment. You open your eyes, look up at the star-filled sky, see the same constellations that guided the ancient pharaohs, that watched over the building of the pyramids, that have been constant companions to every generation of your people. The stars seem closer here, brighter, more alive, as if they too are part of the courtyard, part of the family, part of the great community of beings that share this perfect night. You feel grateful, blessed, completely at peace. This courtyard is your sanctuary, your temple, your connection to the eternal. Here you can rest. Here you can dream. Here you can remember who you truly are. The fountain continues its gentle song. The palms whisper their ancient secrets. The lotus flowers dream their lotus dreams. And you sit in perfect stillness, perfect peace, perfect connection with the